How's it going, everybody? Ty Sites Shadow Games Report, doing part 24 of Destiny 2 tonight. Keeping my long-standing, almost every Friday Destiny 2 marathon going on. I don't know how long I've been doing it so far, but I don't know, it seems like every other weekend, or every weekend, over the past month or so, I've been playing Destiny 2. I don't know why I chose Friday, but it's been working out. Get to meet some interesting people. Well, I'm actually not really talking to them. Random people joining my parties, helping me get through. It's like half the time, I feel like they're doing most of the work. They have like all these crazy abilities, all these extra things they probably bought for the game. I'm so cheap, I don't buy anything, so I don't have any extras for Destiny 2 or anything. I mean, I bought the expansions, but that's about it. I didn't really buy a lot of the, ships or whatever the hell else you can buy. I'm just not that big. I mean, I love the game, don't get me wrong. I still have no idea what the story is. But yeah, I just don't care about buying all the little things. I'm getting older. I don't care anymore. Just give me a gun that I can shoot aliens with and everything will be fine. Man, I kind of want I don't know. I was about to say I kind of want a gun to fight real aliens, but then I started to second guess what I said and I was like, we might get that whether we want it or not. I mean, I'm just joking because of all the weird news lately saying that, there might be a alien invasion next year. There's even some psychic right now saying that there's going to be an alien invasion during the World Cup, which I think is in, 7 days or so? So, yeah. I'm not saying that's true at all. I'm just saying that that's, something that's been thrown in the news. I don't take any of the news really seriously right now, especially all of the gas hoopla. I mean, yeah, I guess it was concerning at first, but now I'm just kind of well, it seems like gas is dropping 5 cents every single day here. So I don't really see a need, personally, to feel worried about it right now. I kind of feel like we're just being lied to right now, in many cases when it comes to the war. I mean, maybe I'm wrong about that, but I'm just going off of the reality at home here. I'm just it doesn't seem as bad as we're being led to believe through the TV. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm ignorant to think that, but I'm just watching the regular economy get by just fine. And I'm also thinking about other weird contingencies that are going to come into play, especially next year, once the Venezuelan oil production really starts to kick off. By then, we won't need Iran at all. So, I don't know. There is more, I guess, capability to be positive right now than a lot of people give credit for. There's also much more increased, I guess, oil production from Canada, parts of the U.S. I wouldn't be surprised if Mexico, is producing more than ever as well. So, just, I don't know. I don't want to repeat any lines that Trump says, but just don't panic. I almost said don't be a panicking, but it's such a weird place right now. It's I'm trying so hard to want to defend this administration, but at the same time, I'm fighting myself saying, nah, dude, it's over. Move on. Get away from it. Just stab it in the heart and let it die. Figuratively, metaphorically. Not telling anybody to go kill anybody. Anyways, we are going to do about 30 minutes to an hour of news before we get into the game. I'm going to try to keep it around 30 minutes tonight since it is Friday. So let's not kill any more time. Trump accuses California of rigging primary vote counts in key races. They're still doing the mail-in ballots. You have the sheriffs delivering large ballot boxes, I guess, with helicopter. Kind of strange, but okay. FBI launches Operation Summer Heat 2.0 against violent crime. Yeah, keep your head on a swivel. Normally I would say that like towards like just, violent civilians or something around you. But now I'm just kind of like, well, with the FBI getting all weird about the anti-Semitism stuff, like you really could be targeted for really anything nowadays. I mean, if you don't have like a normal citizen trying to screw you over, just from being broke, whether it be getting robbed or whatever, or, someone's racist or something stupid, it's like you also have the fact that we have cops now targeting anyone that speaks out against Israel or anti-Zionism or, is considered to be anti-Semitic, which I still don't feel like is an appropriate term at all. I feel like you actually have to be Semitic, for someone to be anti-Semitic. So, I don't know. It's like you'd have to like prove genetic ties to the land. I mean, I know that the argument's been fleshed out several times now, but it's just kind of like, if you're a Semitic tribe, hello, that's what it means. Semitic tribe, that's genetic to the area of all those tribes. It's not going to be through conversion of becoming a Jew later, in another culture. But that's the way they try to dress it, and oh God, it's so nasty. It's so manipulative. It's so deceitful to try to get into the human mind that way. But either way, I digress. Trump hosts Farmers Roundtable in Wisconsin with sports stars and policy pledges. Pentagon labels Israel highest U.S. counterintelligence threat. Huh? Pentagon labels Israel highest U.S. intelligence. What? That sounds pretty big. I'm about to click on that. Trump. that last headline stumbled me so bad I can't even read now. Let me read it again just to make sure I read it right. Pentagon labels Israel highest U.S. counterintelligence threat. I mean, that sounds accurate. I like the way that sounds. About to click on it. Tucker Carlson and Jimmy Dore question Charlie Kirk assassination details. Did that interview happen today? I missed Jimmy Dore today. I'm sorry. He always has like an early show on Fridays and he makes me freaking miss it. Because I never know what time it comes on. I don't know California time compared to my time. I know I'm stupid when it comes to time differences between California and here. Anyways, let's click on this. This looks important. Let's leave that there for a second. Let me get to the rest of these headlines. Democrat Xavier Becerra advances to general election in California governor's race. Ebola outbreak in Central Africa could reach 20,000 cases without strong public health measures. It's almost like they try to boost these numbers or something. It's like, well, if we don't get involved, the numbers will spread pretty fast. Search for Auburn student missing in Japan enters second week as volunteers join hunt. Missing in Japan. Sometimes I kind of wish I could get lost in Japan. New York passes data center moratorium and consumer protections. Okay. Consumer protections. That sounds good, at least. Texas GOP House members' chief of staff faces firearm charges. U.S. military says it shot down Iranian drones launched towards Strait of Hormuz. Case filed against Equatorial Guinea for sending U.S. deportees to nations where they face persecution. Mic check 1, 2. Just making sure real quick. Making sure we got sound on the mic. Wall Street ends sharply lower as chips slide. Jobs data fuels rate hike fears. U.S. judge invalidates Trump policies targeting immigrants from 39 countries. Invalidates? Oh, man. I'm kind of getting to that weird place where I'm just like, yeah, it kind of feels like the country's over, but I don't know. I don't know. But then I guess then you have this post here on the left side of the screen, and you're just kind of like, well, that gives me hope. But is it all fake? Is it all fraudulent? I mean, half of most days feels like it's fraudulent. So I'm just kind of like, okay, I need more reassurance, guys. Like we got to start stamping this issue out. If we want to actually do something about this problem, can we please, I don't know, arrest Netanyahu or something? I mean, any other guy that kills a kid or kills thousands of kids, normally goes to jail. So, just throwing up my hands, throwing up the white flag at this point. I'm like, okay, guys, justice or this whole thing's over. Like you're protecting a tyrant at that point. And then anything that comes next, I just don't feel bad about. It's like normally I feel bad if bad things happen because people don't listen, but then once it gets to that point that nobody listens and bad things start to occur, you're just like, yeah, well, you didn't listen, so you kind of let it happen to yourself, didn't you? All right, let me shut up. I got to finish this real quick. U.S. payrolls rose 172,000 in May, much more than expected. Unemployment at 4.3%. U.S. Senate passes $70 billion immigration enforcement bill without limits on Trump's settlement fund. U.S. House backs Russian sanctions, Ukraine aid, and latest blow to Trump. I don't know. The MJ Truth post last night was saying that there was a high likelihood towards a Ukraine ceasefire, like a long-term, possibly an into the war ceasefire. Like Zelensky was calling for it, and he was calling Putin directly, at least according to the Post. As long as you can believe MJ Truth Ultra, the faceless account. Just address that like that, because that's literally how it is. Pentagon labels Israel highest U.S. counterintelligence threat. Hey, me too. Me and the Pentagon agree for once. That's kind of fun. The Defense Intelligence Agency issued an internal report rating Israel's espionage risk as critical, citing aggressive targeting of Trump administration talks on Middle East conflicts. This comes as President Trump pushes diplomacy with Iran after a fragile April ceasefire, while Prime Minister Netanyahu resists and wants more strikes on Hezbollah. Tensions that boil over in a phone call where Trump called him crazy. Israel's embassy denied spying on allies. The White House called the report false, and former CIA officers debated the claims, with some saying mutual spying among allies is routine. Well, there's lots of speculation that we're not allowed to spy on Israel, at least according to all these different posts. I mean, well, actually, it was John Kirikow earlier today, or even yesterday, saying that we're not allowed to spy on Israel. It's kind of like a memo within the CIA. His words, not mine. Anyways, Bricks News says U.S. raises threat of Israeli spying on United States to the highest level, NBC reports. So NBC's putting that out. It kind of tells me that the left is trying to snipe a little bit, info snipe, nothing actual, just info sniping towards the Zio base, I might call it. That, or they're just playing politics and, they're actually with the Zion base and they're just pretending to be an enemy. It's called controlled opposition, just for anybody that's not familiar. JP Sears says Israel doesn't need to spy on us, they're literally running our country. True. True. Because it's true. Oh, here it is, right here. The Israelis have always spied on the United States. Theo, do we spy on them also? No. That's
right. The Israelis spy on the United States. They've always spied on the United States.
Do we spy on them also?
No. And that's written in stone at the CIA. We do not spy on Israel. But they openly spy on us. They're all over the country stealing defense secrets.
Do we spy on other countries?
Yeah, we spy on almost every.
Why can't we spy on them?
It's a political decision that's been made. Yeah, a political decision. In the White House, on Capitol Hill, the Israelis spy on the United States. They've always spied on the United States.
Do we spy on them also?
No. And that's written in stone at the.
Okay. Let's move on to the next thing. We're only doing a 30-minute news show today, so I'm going to be quicker than normal. FBI launches Operation Summer Heat 2.0 against violent crime. I'm actually going to move this over here. Let's get this over here. Let's get this updated. I guess this can kind of be a part of that.
If you thought flock cameras are bad, law enforcement now has a system that identifies you based on the signals coming off of every single device you have. And it has a public product page out there right now. I'm Marshall. I talk about cybersecurity news and things that affect everyday people like you, so please follow me to stay informed. It's called Signal Trace, made by Leonardo. It collects your Bluetooth, your Wi-Fi, your RFID signals from your phone, your smartwatch, your headphones, your car's radio, absolutely everything. Then it builds what they call an electronic fingerprint, and their website gives an example of this. So picture 70 cars drive by one of these systems. Every car has an iPhone, but not every car has the same iPhone model, same smartwatch that's on you, same headphones, same everything else. So they build a profile based on you, not just your car's license plate anymore. So that combination is unique to you. They don't just need your license plate anymore. They don't even need a picture of your face. They just need the signals that your devices are already broadcasting. It can work in malls, subways, any public place, pretty much anywhere this can work. And then all of that information is going to get stored on a server where it can be searched for later. This isn't some random theory, it's real. There's a product page out there, and I'll put the link in the comments so you can go see it yourself.
Okay. FBI launches Operation Summer Heat 2.0 against violent crime. Operation Summer Heat 2.0 runs from June through September, expanding on 2025's effort that led to 8,629 arrests, or over 6,500 tied to violent crime and gangs, rescue of 1,053 child victims, and seizures of 2,281 firearms, plus huge hauls of cocaine and fentanyl. It started strong with Operation Turf War, yielding 32 arrests in West Virginia and Maryland for gang-related narcotics and weapons trafficking. Patel, who took office in February 2025, promoted the FBI's rapid response account for real-time updates and vowed to hit the epicenters of guns and drugs, partnering with local law enforcement to sustain recent gains like a 39% rise in violent arrests. So we got Operation Summer Heat 2.0. Like I said, keep your head on a swivel, because they're probably targeting Americans just as much as illegals now. I mean, that's just the general gist I get from the administration. I'm not trying to tell you wrong or trying to tell you, I don't know, things you don't need to hear. I actually think that we do all need to hear this. I think we all need to take it a little bit more seriously if our government is going to target its own civilians for having differing opinions of another nation, which we should be allowed to do no matter what our government says. I mean, if there's one nation, I mean, we obviously we should be able to question our own nation and everything that our government does. But every other nation as well. I mean, you know, well, there should be no limits. Like, what the hell? I shouldn't be arguing these points. I feel, I don't know. My heart's kind of hurting here lately. I'm just more like, why are we going through this, guys? Why are we going through this weird insanity where we have to explain? I don't know. Just moving on. Moving on. The Trump administration is putting every state on notice in a massive crackdown on Medicaid fraud.
The Trump administration is going to take seriously the obligation that you have an effective Medicaid fraud control unit in your state. Everyone is on notice, and today Hawaii is being decertified for its abject failure to enforce state and federal law to prohibit fraud in Hawaii. And the reason this is important is because one of the requirements for getting Medicaid money for your state is to have an effective Medicaid fraud control unit. And if you don't have one, it can jeopardize the state's access to Medicaid money generally. The Trump administration is going to take seriously the obligation that you have an effective Medicaid fraud control unit in your state. Everyone is on notice, and today Hawaii is being decertified for its abject failure to enforce state and federal law to prohibit fraud in Hawaii. And the reason this is important is because one of the requirements for getting Medicaid money for your state is to have an effective Medicaid fraud control unit. And if you don't have one, it can jeopardize the state's access to Medicaid money generally. The Trump administration...
There will be a day 10 to 15 years from now when my children will look back on this season of life that us three are going through, and they won't remember it fully because they're so young. But they will see everything. They will see how this world talked about their father, their mother, even themselves. They will be able to read every headline, every accusation, every lie. And my prayer is their focus isn't on all that noise, but rather on how their mother showed up and how she handled it.
That's like a weird way to pat yourself on the back. I'm not sharing that. Okay, well, this thing up here was saying that Turning Point USA releases video of Charlie Kirk naming wife Erica as successor. Where's that at? Is this it? Releases secret footage of Charlie Kirk choosing her to succeed.
The most important relationship in your life is the one that you have with your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. His passion was my passion, and now his mission is my mission.
I appoint my wife to run Turning Point USA if something happens to me. Erica would do a great job.
The most important relationship.
Hold up. So this down here is saying this clip is from Charlie Kirk's public opening remarks of AtCon 2023, not a private Aspen event. Erica Kirk is not mentioned in the episode. Huh. What to make of this? Is this the video?
I appoint my wife to run Turning Point USA if something happens to me. Erica would do a great job. I appoint my wife to run Turning Point USA if something happens to me. Erica would do a great job. I appoint my wife.
Let's check the comments real quick. Oh wait, I clicked the wrong thing.
If you have to prioritize one more than the other, would you rather have your tombstone say CEO of a shoe company or loving mother of 3 children and a wife? And if you would rather have loving mother and, of 3 children and a wife, then you should prioritize that more in your early 20s than your career or going to college. Because the tragedy is there are far more single early 30-something women in this country than married 30-something women in this country. It's the fertility rate's the lowest ever been, marriage rate's the lowest ever been, and it's because we tell young ladies you can wait forever to do this, and that's not the case for everybody. It's the case for some people, but not the case for everybody, and I think it's a tragedy.
I didn't really say anything.
If you have to prioritize
Okay, so I guess a lot of people in the comments are saying that this is fake. That's what I was assuming too. That's why I was just like, surely someone has already debunked this by now. This video is a highly edited montage and does not contain the purported raw footage many have requested to review. The context surrounding the statement, including the speaker's tone and the surrounding conversation, is necessary to determine the authenticity of the statement. So that's somebody else. Yeah, that's a different, I guess, X community note. I'm sorry, Erica. You're going to be made fun of for eternity. I warned you. I was like, listen, lady, if you really do love your husband and want to mourn him with your family, then you should probably get out of the limelight. But no, she stuck around. She just kept on putting herself out there. And yeah, she suffered the consequences. Anyways, Iran has nukes now? Question mark?
Now you can say I told you so. We're live.
Did I tell you so? Yes, I did. Well, not just me. Pepe and Larry team. Good team.
I haven't spoken to Pepe. It's been a few days, so I think you haven't spoken to him.
Okay, that's too fast. Too fast. Let's slow it down to 1.5.
Now you can say I told you so. We're live.
Did I tell you so? Yes, I did. Well, not just me. Pepe and Larry team. Good team.
I haven't spoken to Pepe. It's been a few days, so I think you haven't spoken to him about this yet. I spoke to you about it. There is so yeah, the report from the audience that weren't listening to the Robert Barnes interview. I was surprised. So he heard a similar report to you because he heard us speak, but he got a report as well from, I didn't ask him from who, someone at the White House, that Trump did receive through the Pakistanis information that Iran may already have nukes. So that came as a surprise to me.
Well, they got it in two ways. First, the Pakistani foreign minister called Marco Rubio and told him. But when President Pezeshkian called the Pakistani foreign minister or prime minister and said, "Hey, Mr. Sharif, here's our position now." That phone call, unless they were using a secure line, which I don't think they were, that phone call was intercepted by NSA. So then the U.S. intelligence community, they had confirmation. It wasn't just, they didn't just have the piece that, no, this is what this Pakistani foreign minister told Marco. This is what Pezeshkian told Sharif. So they know that that Iran is dead ass serious about this.
So the way they got the information, so just for the audience, the president of Iran informed the prime minister of Pakistan, Sharif, that they now have nukes. And before Pakistan formally informed the US, that call was likely intercepted by the NSA, and that's how the US would have found out.
Yeah. Well, you have corroboration. So, from an intel standpoint, you'd say, if I'm the analyst writing, it's one thing to say, well, according to the communication of the foreign minister of Pakistan to Marco Rubio, the Pakistanis are claiming that Iran, is going to withdraw from all negotiations, will not consider any possibility of any agreement on nuclear weapons, and will do a demonstration, implying they've got a nuke. Now, again, Pepe and I were catching a little bit of shit when we came out with it. Do you know that? And it's like, guys, calm the fuck down. Because we're simply reporting what we got from a Pakistani source, that we have high confidence that this person who was providing the information was in a position to know these things, and was not just some taxi cab driver or some secretary. That this is a person of considerable importance that would have been in a position to know this. So we're reporting that. Now, am I saying that Iran has a nuke? I personally don't know. I know what the source said, and I think the source's what he said was true. And then we've seen, as the thing I found most interesting about your conversation with Robert, it's all interesting, but the tone change in Donald Trump over since the weekend. Because in the past we've seen he was going to end the civilization, he's going to wipe them out, he's going to kick their ass all over the place. Now he's like, and then in the aftermath of that attack yesterday, again, the United States started that. That's the other disconnect here. The United States started it. They hit that one ship, took out its engine room, they hit the communication center. Then Iran said, all right. They hit a ship connected to the United States, and then they went after the airfield in Kuwait and the military base. Now, the international airport received severe damage, and Iran saying, that wasn't us. That was a Patriot missile that went awry, which I absolutely believe to be most likely what happened. But regardless, the point of this is it's brought about a fundamental change in Trump's tone. And again, when we talked yesterday, we were wondering, was that conversation that Axios reported, was that true? But now Trump confirmed it. So,
We'll get to that. We'll get
Yeah.
to that. So on the, is it possible as well? I was thinking about it earlier. Is it possible that it's in Iran's best interest to create, even if they don't have a nuke, making the enemy think they have a nuke also achieves the same purpose. So is it possible the story is being intentionally leaked by Iran as a way to scare the US?
oh, and by Pakistan. Yeah, that's possible. You can't
That would
rule
be
that
smart
out.
strategy.
But the point in making it, and this is a point that that has been emphasized both by John Mearsheimer and by Ted Postel, which is that if Iran's going to make this kind of threat, it better have more than just one nuclear weapon.
Exactly. Someone told me that.
And
Alan Ayer told me that today. Yeah.
yeah. So, and I think, right now, if asked, do I think they do now? Yes. And the reason, but it's not. They haven't been having. It's not. Someone suggested earlier today. Well, was that an intelligence failure by the U.S. intelligence community? No, because last year Iran didn't have it, but the succeeding events, Israel's surprise sneak attack last June, then this latest iteration, the combination of the launching of the color revolution on December 28th to try to collapse the Iranian economy, and then Iran is still engaged in negotiations with Witkoff and Kushner. And while Witkoff and Kushner later came back and tried to say, oh yeah, it sucked, we didn't make any progress. Well, the Omani foreign minister, I think it was the foreign minister, he had a completely 180-degree opposite view. He said, no, this was good. We're making progress. They make progress, and then bam, the United States wipes out the top level of the Iranian leadership, kills a bunch of 168 girls, among others, a number of civilians. And I think at that point, the new Ayatollah would have said, all right, we have to be prepared to defend ourselves now. And the only defense we're going to have is if we have a nuke. And did he tell his scientists and engineers get working on it? Did Iran need to get some enriched uranium at a 90% level that could be weaponized? That's possible. They could have got that from Pakistan, North Korea, Russia, China. It's unlikely that China would necessarily do that, but you never know. All we know is now we're in a new ball game right now.
And it's important to remember that happiness comes and goes. It is so fleeting. But the joy of the Lord withstands all.
I can understand.
Oh my God. It's so loud and obvious.
It's important to remember
Hold
that
up.
happiness
Let's go
comes and
back.
goes. And it's
start
important
that
to
over.
remember that happiness comes and goes. It is so
I shouldn't
fleeting.
laugh, but
But the joy of the Lord withstands all.
why does she even get on
Remember that
stage
happiness
anymore?
comes and goes, and I pray that you find it.
Oh, kudo. Done with that one.
That taxing the AI API usage on a per token basis or per million tokens, like that would be relatively easy from an accounting point of view. You tax the hosting company. But what I do and what you do, what we all do, we download these Chinese models, which are very good, very capable. Qwen, from Alibaba, or even DeepSeek if you've got enough hardware, or whatever, or the earlier versions of DeepSeek. We run this on local hardware, and nobody can tax it. Nobody knows how many tokens we're generating. As long as you're willing to buy the hardware. Are you saying they're going to find some way to try to criminalize local AI? How would they even tax local AI?
Not at first, right? They're going to start with the easy sources, like the centralized AI inference, distributors, like Anthropic,
Or OpenRouter. What about OpenRouter? Yeah.
Right. But eventually, what they're going to do is they're going to calm down the line, right? Like you got the second tier, like Mistral, which allows you to generate your own AI inference. That will be sort of the second tier taxation targets, and then eventually, what they're going to do is they're going to come all the way, to the little guy that's running his own server. The power signature is very, particular, either making drugs or running AI inference. They'll probably be, handled by the same ATF. Maybe they'll have to add another letter onto their acronym. And they're going to come in and be like, well, you've got unlicensed artificial intelligence that's running. You need to be licensed. You need to be probably booked in and out of jail with a bond, and then appear before court to explain why you haven't licensed the artificial intelligence models that you set up and are running at your farm.
Oh my God. Well, okay. So Todd, have you ever heard that term for unlicensed artificial intelligence technology? This sounds like a dystopian sci-fi novel, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, my takeaway from what you just shared, Zach, was eventually I need to learn Chinese, A, and B. Mike, I got your back. I will make bail for you.
Yeah, because I'm running a ton of open source models. Yeah.
So Zach, when you first exposed issues inside Google, censorship still largely revolved around search rankings and platform moderation. Today, AI systems are increasingly becoming the interface through which people understand reality itself. So my question is, are we moving from information control into cognitive control? And if so, can you unpack what cognitive control is?
That's a big question. How do I unpack this? I would describe myself as essentially one of the first AI whistleblowers. You know, they think that I was, blowing the whistle against Google. I was actually blowing the whistle against Google's use of artificial intelligence. And the
machine
issue
learning
is,
fairness.
Yeah, and what their AI ethicists were doing was that they were planning out this 4-step process in order to program people. In fact, it was clearly laid out in my book. The data is collected, aggregated, and then filtered, and then ranked, and then the 4th step is people like us are programmed. Like those are their exact words, and it was littered throughout through the company, and it's very clear what they were trying to do. They want to control individuals, what they're able to see, what they're able to think. They think that our influence and our decisions are based upon the information that we see online. And so if they can control that upstream information flow, they can control what it is that each individual person thinks, because we can only, our cognitive space can only exist in the information space that, contains it. And so if you don't hear something like the Georgia Guidestones, they're gonna be like, well, wait a minute. What do you mean that there's a, declared, population limit that the elites have, written out, right? It doesn't even compute, doesn't make any sense until you get that information and you see the background of what they're trying to do. And so, yeah, what they're trying to do is that they're trying to do cognitive control. Right now, it's going to be filtering the information that you get, and eventually it's going to reach all the way into the, Neuralink implant device, the Neuralace, so that they will make sure that you're not having wrong thoughts, or at least they're able to detect, wrong thoughts at the wet layer, the brain, the neurons, what it is that you think. That's eventually what their ultimate goal is going to be.
Day 3. That's the focus of tonight's angle. Now, they say they're only trying to ensure that every vote is counted, but California's prolonged system of collecting, counting, and reporting votes is a joke. The man who, at least right now, is still on the top 2 for governor is rightly infuriated.
Thanks to the Democrats in charge of our state, we have become a national and an international laughingstock. Ventura County tell us that their next update for votes that are counted, Tuesday the 9th of June. No more updates till Tuesday. Do you know how many votes they've got left to count? 86,000. 86,000, and it's going to take them until Tuesday.
Hilton is 100% correct, of course. Now, the Feds say multiple investigations are underway. The U.S. Attorney's Office was on the ground at the ballot processing center earlier today observing. Now, this is how the vote counting looked on Thursday. Yeah, a lot of activity. Everyone must have been on a coffee break. The California Post sent in a reporter and described rows of empty desks in the 144,000 square foot facility, dozens of empty workstations with large sections that appeared lightly staffed, despite the fact that it has an annual budget of $336 million with more than 1,000 staff positions budgeted. The pace picked up today, however, and as of now, here's where things stand. In the LA mayor's race, Pratt still leads Nithya Raman by about 33,000 votes with 64% in. Well, 33,000. Seems pretty good, right? Not necessarily. In fact, the betting markets favor Raman to win. Why is that? Because real money is on the system to win, to prevail. Because the same as it is, there are supposedly hundreds of thousands of ballots that still need to be counted. This from the New York Times. Nithya Raman's vote count still remains well behind Spencer Pratt's, but hundreds of thousands of ballots remain to be counted in LA over the next few weeks. A few weeks. Now, to say this is third world stuff is an insult to the third world. Election guru Nate Silver even noted that it's hard to overstate how much of an outlier California is for its slow vote counting relative to literally any other state or almost any other industrialized democracy. And take a look at this graph he made comparing California's sluggish vote counting process compared to the U.S. average. It's totally unacceptable. So why wouldn't California, why would they look at this and simply simplify things? Do what Florida does. Only accept ballots that arrive by close of the polls on election day. Pretty easy. Well, I'll tell you why. For the same reason they do mass mail-in ballots. The same reason they don't require voter ID. And if you're wondering, who's overseeing this election? Well, it's a guy named Dean Logan. His title is LA County Registrar Recorder. He's reportedly paid a staggering $450,000 a year. Now, that's Fauci-level comp. The New York Post says that he has spent much of his career navigating controversies, including his management of the vote in Kings County over in Washington State. After a series of recounts, Democrat gubernatorial candidate Deborah Gregor ended up winning her 2014 race, where 2.9 million total votes were cast, but the Democrat won by 129 votes. Huge litigation erupted there. The Democrat prevailed. Now, to my knowledge, Mr. Logan hasn't answered simple questions. Forget that. But in this case, why aren't votes being counted around the clock? Like always, 24/7. Can't be that hard. And as for California's elected Democrats, they're not even trying to defend this.
As is the case often in California elections, we're going to have to wait a while to see the final results. And there's nothing nefarious about that.
Nothing nefarious. Nothing nefarious. We'll see if that all holds up, because U.S. Attorney Bill Asaley today described California's election rules as having created serious structural vulnerabilities, citing universal vote by mail with no voter ID, which creates conditions ripe for fraud. Now, on cue, Governor Gavin Newsom dismissed it all and is certain to resist any federal investigation, either by the DOJ or, as I recommend, by Congress. Now, last night, our segment with Senator Schmidt and Congressman Comer, Newsom then posted on X and asked, why do Republicans hate that California counts every vote? Like, well, that's a fatuous response by an unserious man. But if he runs for president, when he runs for president, this story will haunt him. Right now, it's just California voters, though, who are being held hostage. But this could go national. Remember, Democrats' ultimate dream is to get rid of the Electoral College. They have every presidential election, they want it to be determined only by the popular vote. Now, if that would come to pass, California, with its election rules that favor Democrats' ballot harvesting machine, would always be last to report. So in a close presidential contest, whom do you think that would tend to favor?
Trump calls up Netanyahu and has a very bad phone call with him, and he's quoted as telling Netanyahu, are you fucking crazy? I kept you out of prison. You're going to make everybody hate Israel. What the fuck are you doing in Lebanon? This is the conversation. And according to anonymous sources, they say that he was screaming, he was furious. This was reported in the American press and in the Israeli press. And this went out to the public. And what is the purpose of this story getting out there? Because there's sort of two developments inside of this, which is one, the phone call happened. And two, the administration wanted everybody to know that it happened. It's really two stories, which is that one, there is some real tension between Netanyahu and Trump. But secondly, Trump wants that to be public, Why does he want it to be public? Because he wants to embarrass Netanyahu. Embarrass Netanyahu to who? To us? No, he doesn't care about that. He wants to make Netanyahu look bad to the other Israeli ministers. He wants to make Netanyahu look bad to the Israeli public. Why? Because Israeli elections must be held before late October of this year. And if the Israeli prime minister is seen as messing up the U.S.-Israel relationship, then that person becomes deeply unpopular. Because the U.S.-Israel relationship is Israel's most important relationship. So the Israelis are going to look at Trump and Netanyahu, and they're going to say, Netanyahu, why is our top goy mad? Why is King Goy mad? Trump is your slave. He's doing everything for us. He is the most pro-Israel president. If King Goy is not happy, you're fucking up. Why is our Goy, why is King Goy not happy? Why is our Golem throwing a temper tantrum on the phone? What did you do to piss this guy off? This guy has given us $25 billion in aid. He gave us Iran. He gave us Gaza. He gave us the West Bank. What did you do to upset this guy? You're messing everything up. And this is to make Netanyahu unpopular before the Israeli elections. Why? Because Trump is actually trying to leverage Netanyahu into stopping the fighting in Lebanon so that Trump can make a deal with Iran. Trump is basically saying, look, I'm fighting this war for you. And he's basically said that explicitly in public. He has said to the press, who is this war even for? It's for the Gulf countries and Israel. Trump has literally said it to the press. We are fighting this war on behalf of Saudi Arabia, Qatar, the UAE, Kuwait, Bahrain, and Israel. He says, so why the fuck aren't they helping us? Why is it on us to open up the strait? It's their oil. Why is it on us to finish the job and destroy Iran? It's their airports and hotels and desalination plants that are getting hit with drones and missiles. So what are they doing? And Trump is also saying, by the way, this war is also ruining my favorability and approval rating. His approval rating is lower than ever. They're getting killed in the generic ballot. They're going to lose the midterms. Gas is $5 a gallon. And so Trump is saying, why am I losing popularity fighting your war that you won't even help us win? And he goes to Israel, and how about you? You think you're going to sail to re-election? Well, my party is going to lose the lower chamber? I don't think so. So Trump says, if you won't help me end the war and salvage my presidency, well, then maybe I'm going to throw a wrench in your re-election plans. And so this is why Trump gets on the phone with Netanyahu and says, you're fucking crazy. And in particular, what does Trump say to Netanyahu? He says, you're turning the whole world against Israel. Why did he say that? Why did that detail get leaked? Well, who cares? Who cares if the whole world turns against Israel? Israel cares. That's who cares. America does not care about this news. Iran does not care about this news. Russia does not care about this news. But if that detail in particular gets leaked, that Trump is telling Netanyahu, hey man, you're on your own. You're crazy. You have pissed me off. I got you out of jail. And by the way, you're making everyone hate Israel. The whole world already hates Israel. You want me to hate Israel too? And what this does is this induces this anxiety among the Israeli electorate. Israelis are going to say, wow, Netanyahu is really messing this up. Netanyahu sold us that this war was going to defeat Iran and we would be in this victorious position. But in actuality, we have failed, and all Netanyahu is doing now is isolating Israel, and now we have no allies, and we didn't defeat Iran, we just pissed them off. What's this guy doing?
They rigged the election. When I turned, the election was totally rigged. It was a rigged election, just like they're rigging the election right now, it looks like in California. Can you imagine? It's 4 days, and they still aren't even close to telling you who won. You know why? Because they're rigging the election, that's why. 4 days. You know, in Spain, they had it like, I'm not a big fan of Spain, to be honest with you. It's gone very far left. But they had an election. All the votes were in, similar size to the state of California, a little larger, actually. And every vote was in by 10 o'clock in the evening and counted. You're going to be waiting weeks to get these votes. It's corrupt. Somebody said it's incompetent. I said, no, just the opposite. It's unbelievably competent if you happen to be a Democrat politician. Because with their policies, the only way they can get elected is to cheat. And when you look at an election, not even relatively a big election, for one state, for one city, for Los Angeles, they're nowhere close to counting the votes. But you look at what's happening. It's getting tighter and tighter and tighter. And the people that were supposed to win, bad things are happening. It's a crooked state. We have crooked third world elections in a lot of our states. And we should pass our Save America Act.
Okay, we're gonna start this game here in a second. Marathon came out like 2 months ago. I didn't even realize. I don't know how I didn't know when Marathon was going to come out. It's a Bungie game too. It was only like $40 on Bungie when it came out. That's what's even stranger about it. Anyways. Let's get into Destiny. Got a long time to load. The sweeping narrative? What is that narrative? Does anybody even know? I just want to create a listing. I don't care. I don't know what I'm doing. Is it a campaign? What is it? I assume it's campaign. What is this? Quest? I have no clue. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, I guess it's a campaign. It looks different. They changed it. Always changing shit. I want to play Marathon now. I guess I'm gonna buy Marathon tomorrow. I didn't even realize it was out already. I'm in Fireteam. No. Guess I'm waiting for them. Did it already do it? Yeah, I already created it. Alright, let's go. There we go. Just so they can have that whenever they get in.
end of the trench.
You won this moment. Weapon.
I gotta finish those. Oh shit. That was close.
Glory delayed. Will be twice the sweeter when harvested. You will fall. The next time we meet.
Stasis walls ahead. Where are those coming from?
That's Baal above. Keep it moving. I'll deal with them.
No! Stay in orbit. You get hit, we're all dead. Spawn anchors, keep the nightfall weapons stable. Blow them up. No weapon, no power.
Oh, I remember what happened. That fucking core didn't like activate or something last time. The mission like glitched up and we weren't able to finish it. Whatever. No, I can't even hear this music right now. I can turn it up. Hey, leave me alone for 5 seconds, I would. Hey, we got somebody in with us now. Give me just a second, I need to turn this up. I want to change the song too. There we go, that's better. Ooh. Hey, tell me you're gonna be right next to me, bro. Who's shooting at me? Oh shit! Damn it! I didn't even know there was a fucking corner over there. Oh, I gotta fucking do that again? That's stupid. Oh, it's finally gonna take some damage? Good. It didn't let me do that last time. You got all glitched up. I guess I gotta finish this on my own this time.
Loose energy is spiking. The weapon is preparing to fire. Can you get through to the drifter? No. Nothing. It's okay. He'll be there. There's our exit ace. Let's go!
trunk, Guardian. Only room for me and Blue up here. Couldn't let you hog all the glory.
Is the weapon ready? Energy levels are fluctuating. Will it fire? Yes, Lord Bell. And the Vanguard had its chance. Help me liberate the last city.
You don't have to do this, kid.
You show me that I do. I'll walk this path alone.
We have you. Take it.
Talk about timing.
Thanks, fire team.
That other song started at the same time.
The Vanguard wants to talk.
Hell yeah. The loading screens are extra long tonight. I don't know why.
The Vanguard have dropped all charges against you. But there's still a debt to pay.
Yeah. Them too. I know I played it reckless. But cozying up to Bale was the best way to protect the crew. That makes sense when it's just me on my own. But so when there's other folks. It's you.
You were never at risk of losing yourself alive.
I know.
Nevertheless, Dredgen Bale remains on the loose. Dark Guardian cells across the system are resurgent.
Yeah. Dredgen Vale's still out there too. There'll be a reckoning when no meat's over. The system caught in between.
And what will you do about it?
I'm not sure what our heroes thinking these days, but the Vanguard and I are done. Lucky to let me keep gambling. Blue and I had a hard time. Pretty much ordered me to get out there, clean up my own mess. For once. So I reckon I'll hunt me some dredging. Deal with 6 and 9 as they come.
A worthy pursuit. Here. To replace what you lost. A token to remind you that whoever you are, you have a home to come back to and a fire team to welcome you.
Oh. Okay. Didn't expect that. Alrighty. Yeah, drink to that one. You're gonna need it. And wipe that from your mind. Whew! Alright, it's got hot in here. I'm kidding. Kidding! Unless you're into alien stuff. Come on. What do I need right here? Is it supposed to be right here? From the bar. Maybe that's it over there, I don't know. Alright. Huh? I'm talking to you.
Use a fail. Can't go after the syndicates. Not yet.
Talking to Ida. Wanted to apologize.
I don't know what I'm interacting with.
Not right. Secrets from the fire. He said, I don't need an apology. You need to fix this for everyone else. Ida's right. The Vanguard is a burden we can't carry in secret. And for some reckless subversion of authority. I've been up to my four elbows in radio components. It took everything I've learned from house light splicers and the Piker's anti-imperial.
These missions are dumb.
We're ready. We're going to tell the people of the city about the Kepler prophecy. The Vanguard might make the law. But the law isn't the same thing as justice.
I'm just coming back to the same spot.
Something for us like that. People of the city, the Vanguard and the Praxic Order have kept secrets from us all. The death of Earth's spirit and a prophecy commanding us to find the Nine. You deserve to know what we face. And we who knew were wrong not to speak. We can't stay silent any longer. But when the stakes are so high, this disclosure comes
Oh, I didn't see that thing there.
and a responsibility. Keep your eyes open.
I thought you were blue. Because you're blue.
Each
He's not blue though. What's up, y'all? I'm trying to get past this part.
We failed to decipher the prophecy and find the nine.
Are we done with this part? Get past it.
Search for the effects of Farid's death. Help us decipher the meaning of our task.
Shut up! I want to get to the next mission. I got people with me. Are we done? Can I leave now?
See you around.
Oh, did I finish it? I guess I finished it. I don't know. Dude, I hate this mission because I don't know what to do. Where's my other quest at? What is this? See if this is real quick. Territory war.
Lorne, better reach out. The closest to the 9 will answer. Lucky we'll get through.
I have it. I will keep your spirit.
Turn this music down a little bit. Connection being funky tonight? Kinda seems like it.
Guardian, there's a cloning facility on Europa, because of course there is. Ikora says it's the last Imperium stronghold left. Clear this out, break their hold in the system. Hell's bells, my head is killing me, Guardian. Something's trying to talk to me.
like doing that. I got somebody with me? I think I do. Where am I going? Where does the quest keep going? Into the lawless frontier. Is that it? I have no clue, man. Just take me where I need to be! What the hell? Why do you gotta keep me going to all this crap? Gotta click like through 10-minute freaking menus, man. Nice shit, bro. Looks like a fox almost.
Gonna reach out.
A fox or a cat.
We're lucky we'll get to.
I have you. I will keep your spirit anchored here.
You wail across space like a coward, Six. Set aside your shriveling vessel and speak directly. You seek to tear through reality to escape its laws. Through mimicry of the dead, you fear. Preaching, whinging, childless father. Gods are useless when I already feast on time. I am magnitude greater than any worm. You cast life into the furnace with ignorant abandon, hoping the wall will bring you strength. You will only burn. Patience and timeliness. When my weapon is attuned, he will kill only one.
Friend invite? Clan invite? I just want to play the game. I don't feel like doing all this shit.
Guardian, there's a cloning facility on Europa because, of course there is. Ikora says it's the last Imperium stronghold left. Clear this out, and you'll break their hold in the system. Hell's bells, man. It's killing me, Guardian. Something's trying to talk to me.
It's taking so long to load tonight. I don't know if it's like the servers or what. I don't know. Maybe I'm in my head just thinking about it too much. You look like a green Catwoman. The hell? Look. I'm glad they can't hear me. I'll probably be offensive. She'd be like, what? What did you call me? That's why I don't talk to people on here. Everybody gets all mad and they start like downranking you. Doing all the weird shit. I'm like, alright, whatever, man. Where are we going? Why didn't that show up before?
Only to tell me I suffer alone. And you shouldn't. It's Six's fault
I don't know why I had to like leave the area for that to come up again. That's an interesting gun. Oh yeah, I think this SMG. The hell, the enemy just disappeared.
Everything Bale said is true. I know it's concerning. I didn't say anything because I don't want you to worry.
Oh.
What I am makes it hard sometimes to still feel human. I tried, Guardian. I don't want you to see me any differently.
I think my connection's kind of fucked up tonight.
Change it. Don't tell me what I already know. Something greater than me needs me. This is what I'm supposed to do. I know. weapon. All to time. Grow strength, build enough power to one day escape reality. And time them to a body keeps them bound by our dimension. They'll even send that word bound. Stop them from extinction by preventing Six from changing the future. Our body's the answer.
Alright, the man, fuck. Yeah. Fuck. Shit. What the fuck is hitting me? What the fuck is hitting me from behind, dude? Bullshit. What the fuck is hitting me?
Listen, by taking this facility down, you're creating a power vacuum. Without the Imperium patrolling the frontier, expect an all-out conflict between the Tharsis Reformation, Totality Division, and the Pikers. They respect you now, and that means they want your help. Choose your side wisely. And, congrats on starting a turf war.
What the hell? What the fuck? Someone push me. Oh shit, he's immune. I didn't know it was that guy. Fuck. What the fuck just happened? Shit. Damn it. I'm dead. Bro, these cliffs in this game, it's literally my #1 death. Like, if all these cliffs weren't everywhere, I would not die 90% of the time. Like, they put fucking holes everywhere. Like, the environment is the #1 fucking killer. Where the hell did you come from, bitch? Fucking assholes keep spawning everywhere. I'm leaving. Fuck y'all. You can fucking keep killing people if you want to. I'm done. Oh, I can shoot from up here. Hell yeah. I didn't know I could do that. Oh yeah. Alright, I need chocolate. Give me 1 second. Sometimes you just need chocolate.
I still don't know what normal is here. Sometimes it's nice, the food is great, the city's terrific. And talking to Ikora is just...
Oh no.
But when it's just me, it's hell. The whole world turns into the night. I'm still awake thinking about everyone who is me here. And if I do fall asleep, I'm lost. Names of Comet, Casitas Station, the Mesozoic, Chicago, the body's not mine, far underground. And it gets harder and harder to wake up. Listen, give me a call next time. Can't see what keeps company.
I just hope that, like, whatever mission I'm doing, it shows it to them so that they know what I'm doing. Otherwise, I'm just kind of like, do I really have to communicate every little thing that I'm doing? I don't know. Some people get mad that it takes a while to get through some of the dialogues and everything. It's part of the game, you gotta do it. I don't even listen to half of it. I feel a lot better after some chocolate. I need to get me some cacao. Cacao's like really good for your heart. Allegedly, at least. That's what we're told.
Sergeant, you've got an incoming call.
The other 9 didn't stop Six, which means they didn't know what he was going to do. Being in that vessel, in this dimension, prevented the other 9 from seeing him. But there's a catch. I
know when the Nine use them, they can't alter the future. Six stays anything. My gut is screaming that we prevent extinction by stopping the Nine from altering fate. Bind the Nine by binding each of them to a body. And I know where we can start. There's something that's been trying to talk to me. And when I talk back, all I can remember is how it felt to Channel 3. It's dangerous.
Worst part is, I know exactly where it is. Adams and Wabash.
What am I doing right here?
It's under Chicago. I'm going to ask Ikora to scout it out first. We can meet up with her there. Guardian. I don't want to go home. But I'm certain whatever Nine we find first.
Man, why can't we live in this reality? Where we just like can fly to planet, from planet to planet. I don't know, actually. All these places are busted up half the time. I'm just like, is space going to be what we all make it out to be? Oh, it moved on me. I didn't realize the mission changed. Damn it, I gotta go inside, don't I? Forgot how to get over there. Excuse me.
Toxic surprise.
Not this the way. Yeah, I made it. Mechanico Dirk, what? What am I doing here? Can't even get anything. What did I just need to talk to you? Is that it? Hikers consulted. Okay. I guess I go to the other one now. And the screen, damn it. Hey, wait, there's another one over there. Get anything here? Screw you too, buddy. Poor Whitey. Never knows what I'm doing. Actually, I don't know. Maybe he's smart. He's like, yeah, he's probably just like doing stuff that he has to do for the mission. Doing his duties. What the hell's Whitey doing this entire time? Hopefully he's at the shop. Buying himself a new gun. Alright, everybody's consulted, now what? Ally with total division? What did I just do? I had to do that? Oh, okay. What, is that like just... Very nice in here. You guys got a nice place. Hell yeah, you like guns too? I love guns. You know what? This place is pretty cool. Got a bunch of liquor everywhere. Do y'all smoke? I'm more of a smoker myself, but, you know, I'm down to party. What's this? Requires total division reputation too? I don't know what that is. Crystal strength 1? What the fuck? I don't know what that means. What's that, brother? Row floods your mind with waking dream. I don't know if I like that. Massaging your subconscious with pure tempered gratitude. Oh, okay. That's nice. I think. You are welcome here, as before our proven power. Why don't you just talk, bro? The Pikers, the Reformation, mere criminal syndicates, unaffiliated without a task or purpose. Dismissal, we will beat them at their own game and drive away the survivors, gearing up for the totality. You say so. Peace be with you. What's up, brother? He's got a golden grill. Love it. Nice gun, too. Thing's like a fucking tank. Alright, hollow map. That's not... What? What does that say on the screen? Oh. What am I looking for on the map? Is that where I'm going? Okay, so I think it's telling me to go here. I assume, at least. Is this it? No, Whitey! Hopefully that wasn't Whitey, hopefully that was somebody else. Where are we going? Matchmaking on. Mars smuggle? What are we doing here? Okay, I'm just gonna go to one. Alright, Whitey, you ready? Hopefully he's ready. Will you get off the screen? How do I get that off the screen? Alright. Good old Whitey. Why is he a paragon? Why am I not a paragon? What does that mean? I'm only level 2? Why am I level 2? Why is he power level 549? Man, I feel like I played this game enough to where I should be a lot higher of a level by now. Oh, we're searching for one more Guardian. Okay. Somebody join in already. I don't know why I haven't done this mission already. Is it just entering us without somebody? I think so. That's okay. Me and Whitey can handle this.
How much to smuggle a load of shitty contraband on the derelict?
No deal. I've gone straight.
By no deal, do you mean name a bigger number?
Could be. Could be.
I need to change up my ship again soon. I feel like I should have got some new ships with the expansion. Did they not give you ships with the expansions? But you gotta buy everything, don't you? What are the renegade abilities? I really don't even know how to use these things. Which one do I have? Falcon. Vehicle that provides both mobility and offensive support. I don't even know.
Out here, there are no laws, no kills.
I don't even know how to use it. Should probably look that up.
Start with an easy one. Waypoint now.
The hell you got on, boy? Whitey's got a crazy suit, don't he? TSD Raven.
They build them up, we knock them down. Big fancy machines, that is.
Oh, shit. Goes right too slow. Need a bow.
Now the jam is down, what'll it be? I'm hoping for some explosions.
Fucking A. Got all these snipers everywhere. Damn it. shit, what the fuck is behind me? He's like screaming behind me. Fuck is hitting me? Why? He's so far away from me. Where are you going? Where's the mission at? Over here? Oh, that gives us health. I didn't realize that until now. Thank you, bro. This. I'm supposed to do with those things. I'm supposed to do something with them. Over there.
Oh, man. That invader's so dead. Nice work, champ. I would have been so nervous if I were you.
Hey, where are we going? How's it not working? Why can't I use it? Oh man, you fucking dodged it. Fucking A. No way. Some bullshit. Save me too. Really? Really, dude? Really, dude? I'm just funning. Kind of an asshole move, but whatever. one more. Damn it.
Package has been procured. Very, very good. I'll see you after Exfil, and where you'll be just a little more wealthy.
How is he already over there?
Stuff is squared away. You're moving, Ace. Hey, don't let anyone get that glimmer. I always wanted to try programming for myself. That's a resource in our back pocket. A collective pocket, not your wallet.
The hell? Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, good. I was like, I'm not gonna make that. Where's it at? Why does it keep telling me to go back and forth? That's really weird. I don't get it. I realized he was, yeah, anyways. The hell? I didn't mean to do that. Damn it, dude.
Lovely. Just lovely. And make sure you get it back here in one piece.
Who's shooting at me? I thought they disappeared. Don't get the fuck away from me. Getting like bombarded. Alright, I need to change my weapon. I've been meaning to do this for a long time, it's just the game wouldn't let me. Hand cannon.
Exfiltration vehicle has arrived. All right, let's take that hawk home.
Yeah, 1 second. I was on battery for quite a while, so I needed to switch back to power mode pretty badly. Don't do it without me, Dave. Fucking A. Get my ass kicked. Alright, I need to stop fucking around. Pull out the guns that you're good with. Kinda wanna try that. Keep this machine gun. Actually does quite a bit of damage. What the hell? As soon as I frickin' pull out. Wow. That's like sex without an orgasm, man. Alright, Whitey. I think it's time to part ways. You're like doing everything.
Definitely made some enemies. We'll see about friends.
I wonder if he can hear me. I don't think he can, but it'd be funny if he could. Joybringer. I just got an accommodation from him. That's nice. I'll give him one too if he'll let me. Alright, how do I do it? Let me see if I can do that real quick. I thought it shows like the most recent people. I feel like I get like random invites. Won't even be like from the people. We got a new guardian. Oh wait, I don't think Whitey left. I don't know. What the fuck is going on right now? Just knocked me out of my freaking menu. Bungie item for purchase. I'm not buying shit, leave me alone. What's up, Dave? Fucking randomly comes in and starts trying to offer me shit. You wanna buy this? I'm like, no. I just bought freaking the expansion pack. What do I do with this? Lightsaber? I don't have a lightsaber. I don't know what he's talking about. How do I go to that menu? I'm trying to figure out how to get to the stupid menu system, dude. The fuck? I always have a problem with this shit, because it's like, I'll get to this stupid menu, and it's like, I want to launch the mission. Priority contract completed. For your syndicate. Check map guide and Renegade's map. Well, I'm trying to fucking get over there. I don't know how to get there. Is this it? This is probably it. Okay. Did we not do it? I thought we just did that. I don't know, let's try something different. Okay, let's go. Get off the screen. I'm trying to click this. Click the launch. How can I do it? It won't let me. I don't want to modify it. Dude, let me do one. It's not letting me do it. I have to do this one? Just fucking do it. What the hell? I'm trying, it won't let me. Oh, now it's gonna let me? Oh my god, what the fuck was that? As soon as I type that in, it won't let me. Well, at least he knows. At least I was able to talk to him that time. I hate it whenever I can't communicate. People getting all mad at me. It's probably my connection.
A little bird has been asking after some misplaced valuables.
Where are we? The lost and found desk?
Rescue the drifter. I don't know why it won't let me chat sometimes. How's it going, Danger Mouse? Always look for the apple.
Dark times ahead. Focus on this task now, though, hero.
Am I going? I get up there.
Hey, don't let anyone get that glimmer. I always wanted to try programming it myself.
No! I'm gonna get stuck up here. Made it. Now what?
Mind if I skim a little, Doc?
Fuck. Yeah, lemonade. Fuck, bro. Can't see. Get away from me. Oh my god, dude. Why do they all just like spawn there like that? Why don't y'all pay attention and like come pick me up? Does anybody ever pay attention to this shit anymore? Alright, whatever. I'll just spawn. This is like a fucking acid trip, dude. Like so much shit going on. What the hell? I can't even tell what the fuck is going on. Am I behind me? I cannot fucking... Look at this shit. It's lagging so bad.
Ready to put all this behind us?
There's no way I can make sense of this shit.
I'm kind of hoping for a medalist.
It's gotta be lagging, right?
Why? So we can sell it? So we can sell it.
Now where are we going?
There's blood. Army. Power. Golden ticket. Retrieve it quickly.
Couldn't tell what that was. What the fuck is hitting me? Get away from me. Whoever keeps doing that shit, the little slowing time bullshit, get on my nerves. They keep spawning right behind me.
It's renegade season.
What was that? I'm not up here now. Where do I take it? The hell? There's no way to go. There was something. Where to go? It was just over here. I know I didn't make that up. That's so weird. Alright, get out of the way. Ah! Still delivered it. Oh man, I'm trying to get that speed bike. Oh no, it's right next to it. Is that the last one? One more? Is everything? Yeah. I think the connection stabilized, hopefully.
Spider, the Guardian is not your personal shopper.
I would never misuse a purely professional relationship. Not for my gain alone, anyway. As for shared gains, I'm sure you don't want the Imperium getting their hands on these either.
Am I don't know where I'm going. Where am I going with this shit? Get off me! Fucking A. I can't run with that shit. You guys are not helpful at all. What the fuck are they doing? Thank you, finally. We're still going right here. What do I do with this? Alright, you're... Never mind. I thought you were the enemy. What am I supposed to do with that? I don't get it. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to have cargo with me right now? hell's that about? Where you guys coming from? Don't answer that question. Fuck, they're spawning in here with me right now. I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna live. I don't know what the hell's on me right now, but I'm glad to see. Get away from my shit! My fucking cargo, bitch. Jesus Christ. Where's my cargo at? Did you guys deliver my cargo? I think it's got a lot more health. Alrighty. Yeah. There you go. There you go. I don't know what the hell's going on. Like so much shit going on. the fuck? Why does that shit keep spawning everywhere? What the fucking hell? I guess that's some type of ability he has. Alright, that shit can go right now. What the fucking hell? I think they're dropping those time bombs. So many of them. Pretty annoying, actually. That's where I got it. Okay. I was like, where are they? Oh, good. I guess they already got it.
Were you still out there? Now I'll get the hog sent over. Just
Oh my god. Where'd they go? Oh, okay, they're down there. What the fuck? Doesn't even seem like it does anything.
Hawk is right. You know, metal seeds are hell on ideal booties. Good luck.
What the hell? This all like dropped in on me all at the same time. Maybe it shows that I'm going down. I didn't realize it was time to leave. Okay. I guess I don't have to get on the ship. Why am I even playing the game, man? Retarded. Alright, I think I'm about to call it a night, y'all. Kind of a weird night when it comes to Destiny. I think it's mostly the connection, but I don't know. I don't know. I didn't take my vitamins today, maybe that's it. I don't know, it's been mostly a good day though. Either way, I appreciate anybody who stopped by. Go ahead and like the video if you like. Follow if you're new. And I'll see you next week, hopefully. If not, I don't know, maybe we'll take some summer break at some point this summer. Might take a week or two off, I don't know. Oh man, I hope we wrap some things up. I don't know, with the whole craziness with politics lately at the end of the month, hopefully. Maybe the end of the week. Anyways, I love you. Good night.